Hello, welcome to Wednesday Chat with Nick. Didn't realize that it went live, so you may have seen me sit there for a few seconds. How's everybody doing? I just get back from dinner and now I'm having my coffee. Long day today. Extremely. Ooh, my goodness. So many people already popped in. Mike Hayes Comic is here. Edgy Surfer, Dead Clone, Merc with a Mouth. Hello, guys. Quick update on the contest. So far, I already received about a dozen submission for round two. Yes, Mark, I love me some black coffee right after dinner. Robert Finnefrock, welcome to the chat. So far so good. I got a dozen submission. Usually, I get a lot of submission on Thursday. Uh, as I mentioned in my chat on Sunday, Monk's Den. Whoa, I have never seen Monk's Den in a chat before. So, welcome, first timer. Um, I mentioned last Sunday in the contest first round update that the deadline for the submission is supposed to be Thursday at midnight, but technically that's a soft deadline. The hard deadline is when I launch the video for the next round on Friday morning. So whenever I wake up Friday morning, if I see any late submission in my mailbox, that's all good. When I load the next video, that's when submission end for the round. Okay, so as far as if you think you are too late to submit a guess, don't feel that it is late until you see the video for the next round. Now, a few people have contacted me that they want to play even though they missed the first round, and to make it fair for everyone, I told them that they can still play, they can still submit, but they will just have to take a -2 at the starting point, like those that get a -2 in the first round. So if you decided that if you miss the first round for whatever reason, not aware, hello Mike, not aware that there's a grading contest until last week, then you can certainly start to play the game this week and then just take a -2 for your score for the first week. We still have 3 rounds to go. A lot can happen, okay? I would not be surprised to see the top 2 player get shuffled down to the middle of the pack. It's just a hunch, okay? Um, that I don't think the top 2 player will maintain their leading position. I just stopping at my LCS, Mike said. Mark with a mouse said, a negative number, unlike golf handicap, a negative number is not a good thing. Um, other than that, I've actually shot the video for all 4 rounds yesterday. So everything is in the can, as people would say. So I can't wait to see the result, and we will have to wait until I guess July 4th weekend to find out who the winner is going to be. So good luck to everyone. Like I said, if you want to enter the contest right now, it's not too late. It's never too late to learn. And as far as grading is concerned, I can tell you I learn every day. As as comfortable as I am with comic book grading in the past 5-6 years, I learn every day. And here's my advice to those that want to get better at grading is keep a folder in your computer and thank you, Mark. what I do over the past 5 years is I have a folder in my on my computer hard drive, and whenever I see a scan of something that show me a certain grade, um, that help me determine what a grade can be, I save that image into that folder. I have a folder that have hundreds of images of books that have big missing chunks, all kind of stuff, things that normally is not something that we see every day, and it's hard to grade when you have a book that have a big piece missing. But savings um, all these images over the many years, it gave me an idea on the grades, and it helped. For example, okay, I was just gonna pull a quick example. Give me a second right here. Robert Finnefrock, keep trying, okay? I'm not sure how new you are to the hobby. I have been in the hobby since 1981, and I can say that outside of ultra high grade, like 9.2 or higher, I had no idea how to grade anything below near mint. No idea, because that's all I bought. But over the past 6 years, I have worked very hard at learning to grade and improve. But here is one way, a good example of what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Hopefully you will see the image. Here we go. Look at this, okay? A lot of people are always confused, like how does a submission, a subcrease affect the grades? And here's a perfect example. You're looking at a gorgeous book, perfect, almost flawless in many ways, but a big subcrease, and they get a 5.5. I have seen as high as 6.0, but the books are razor sharp otherwise, okay? Just like this Spider-Man 50, if the subcrease was not there, you can easily looking at something that is 9.0 or even better, okay? So that's what happened when you have a subcrease. Let me go back to my screen if I can. Okay, I'm back. And for a long time, I had in my mind that a subcrease will limit a book at 5.0, because up until that point, every examples that I have show me that a book can only be 5.0. But recently, in the past 8 months, less than a year, I have seen two examples. Okay, that's one, the 5.5, and then there's a 6.0. So naturally, I revise subcrease as far as how I grade them going forward. The book that I use in my contest, for those that remember the first round, that book has a lot of other flaws. Okay, the subcrease was not as dominant. That's the thing that's hard for a lot of people. It's like how pronounced a crease is play a big part on the grade as well. If you have a light crease, it's not the same as one dominant one that's so visible far away. So the book in my contest got a 5.0 because the subcrease was not as dominant, but the overall wears on the edges of the book is enough to max it at 5. And it wouldn't be shocking to see CCC give that book a 4.5. Okay, will that book get a 5.5? Hell no. Look at the book in my first round, compare to the 5.5 I just show you. Okay, it's no way my book will get a 5.5. No way in hell. Oh, look like a whole bunch of other people show up. Charlie Short, another person I have never seen before in the chat. So hello, Charlie. I would like to get better at just knowing and not just taking time thumbing through grading tips to figure it out. It's for me, it's took a while. I would say that it took me 2 years of really focusing on learning to grade to feel comfortable. And as I have mentioned, I've learned new things every day. And I feel that I'm improving every day. And there's always room for improvement. Ken Cam, hello. Merck said that Subcree shouldn't take the grade down, in my opinion, because that's how Marvel sent them out. But I see how it can. But that's just not fair. Unfortunately, yes, even though that's the way Marvel. In fact, I even have I wonder where I put it. I have an original book in an envelope that was shipped out that had the subcrease. It's a special book in my collection somewhere. I have it. I have an envelope that Marvel used to ship out with the book fold inside. I have an original. Yes, subcrease is heartbreaking to see. Nerd Vision, hello. You made it. You made it early this time. But speaking of Sunday chat that I mentioned in the Sunday chat on Father's Day that I went to a movie theater with my family. My wife got us ticket to a fancy movie theater that just opened in town in the last month or two. It's one of those fancy ones where they have recliner seats and full menu dinner that you can, or food, and it's expensive. The movie is $15 a movie. Okay, so that's almost twice the rate if I go to a different movie theater. And the food is okay, but still, it's nice to have experienced that. But I'm not sure I would come back because the food, the price, it has to be a Peter Dam special movie for me to spend, $25 or $40 per person to go see a movie in that place, and it better be a pretty darn good movie. Robert Finofrock, yes, the seat is awesome. Like I said, I had it fully reclined, feet up. Even the popcorn tasted better. But at the end of the day, we went to see not Nemo, Dory, Finding Dory. Oh, I was disappointed. Anthony, my son, enjoyed it more than Finding Nemo. I enjoy it much less than Finding Nemo. Woo. The seat was comfortable. The movie was not comfortable. Yeah, I think Cine Bistro, I think that's the name. It's a big chain, they have a couple, I think one, I know they have a whole bunch everywhere, not in every state, but Cine Bistro is the one that I went to in Sarasota. And every screening maximum was 75 people. So tons of room, big aisle, great seats, great popcorn as well, unlimited popcorn. So yes, the popcorn cost, I think, $8 for a big, and not just popcorn, they give you this big ceramic bowl. And then, You can fill it up all day, all night long. Note Vision says, speaking of creases and color break, are you fine of having them on your books? I always think that it gives my book character and battle scars. I'm okay with some creases. For those that watch enough of my videos, I don't own everything 99, 98, 96. So I got plenty of mid grades. In fact, I made a video, I think last month, that I talk about, how I love buying cheap Silver Age books that have a lot of creases on the spine, but free of big corner creases. To me, I don't mind creases. Um, I rather have creases in the places I don't mind. For those that missed that video, when it comes down to books, I just have this book here, right here. So this book, I think, is a 6.5 ish. Okay, and I tend to pick mid-grade books that are free of big corner creases. I don't mind a little. This one here has 2 light creases on the top edges, but the spine is okay. The bottom edge has some wear. But as far as the rest of the book, as you can see, it's pretty sharp, right? And that's, in general, that's what I prefer to buy. It's not to say that I don't own any Silver Age book that have a big corner creases. I do have that too. Sometimes it is what it is. I'm not going to turn away a chance to buy an Amazing Fantasy 15 for a decent price on a low grade book because it has a crease, a big corner crease. No, it's okay. When it comes down to big keys, corner crease, missing pieces, big tears, I can deal with that. It's all relative to value and worth and all that stuff. So I'm reasonable. At the end of the day, I think the best answer I can give you, Nerd Vision, is I'm reasonable when it comes down to what I'm willing to pay and the flaws that I'm willing to live with, if that makes any sense. I'm not one of those high grade snob that only want 9.8. There are plenty of those kind of collectors, and hey, if you have money grows on trees, then go nuts buying 9.8. I have a good new Adam X-Men with a rip on the bottom. There you go. It's when it comes down to it, I think, as long as people collect for many reasons, okay, I can't, stress that enough. I have been accused of everything. I have a lot of high grade books, so I'm sure some people that watch some of my videos early on will say, "Oh, he's a high grade snob because that's all he has," and not true. Sure, I have a lot of high grade books, but I show plenty of low grade stuff too. So I love 7 to 7.5 books. 7 and 7.5 are sweet spot. My favorite is 8.5. To me, 8.5, I have said this in the videos before. 8.5 to me is the sweetest of spot for me in many ages, whether it's silver or bronze. 8.5 are sweet because often if a book is fairly graded with 8.5, you're not going to get any kind of big corner creases that are like an inch big. You might have a half an inch corner crease, maybe even 2 or 3 of them, but when it comes down to it, you're not going to find 8.5 slabs out there with an inch and a half long corner creases. So for me, that's the sweet spot because a book is so beautiful. even when it's 8.5, and all the flaws are on the spine, or if it have like a half-inch tear, a half-inch tear may limit a book to an 8.5. Merck asks, do you go for any Golden Age comics? Yes, I do. I have a lot of them. I have a lot. I don't show a lot of my Golden Age books because a lot of my Golden Age books are in horrible conditions. Okay? Horrible conditions. You're talking about books that are spine split, barely attached to the staple, 2.0-ish, that, if you watch enough of my video, you see that I like to show my books. So I hate to just take a book out and say, hey, look at this copy. But guess what? I can't take it out of the bag because it's going to fall apart. How about page quality? Page quality, I prefer, of course, off-white or better, right? But does cream bother me? Not really. When it comes down to Golden Age, I don't care. Okay, when you're talking about books that are 70 years old, 65 years old, is it little brown, little yellow, little cream? I don't care. Half Man, Half Amazing. I don't think you miss much. I'll be right there. Merck was just asking about Golden Age books, and if I collect them and if I show them. And here's a perfect example. For those that are not aware, June is Superman's birthday. Okay, Superman was introduced in June of 1938. And I was going to make a video to celebrate Superman's birthday. And I took this book out and I decided that it is best left in the bag because it was in such bad shape. What did I do with it? There we go. I got it. Here you go. I was going to take out this book. Superman 20. Yeah. Okay. I took it out and I decided that it's not worth showing the book. Well, I can show the book this way, but the spine is barely hanging on to the staple, both top and bottom. There's a spine split that it would, I would hate to take it out of the bag to show it on the video and can't turn the pages, so. But yes, I do have plenty of these Golden Age books in pretty bad shape. Some having missing back covers, some have completely split covers. I like Superman. I will watch that vid, Nick. Happy birthday, Superman. Yes, it is June. Remember that June of every year is the whole month should be considered Superman's birthday. I'm sure that there is a specific date when Action 1 came out, but on top of my head, I don't know. I don't remember exactly the day that the book was introduced. But for those hardcore Superman fan, they consider that day to be Superman's birthday. For me, it's the whole month. How much can a slight staple crease lower the grade? Not much. If you're talking about a perfect book, once again, you have to take my comment and quantify, okay? Because when I see a comment like a slight staple crease, what is slight? Is slight mean 1/8 of an inch color breaking crease, or 1/4 of an inch, or 1/2 of it? Size matters, okay? when I hear a description like that, I need to see it. But my answer is, can a perfect book with a slight crease affect the grade? Absolutely. But it can be anywhere from 9.6 to 9.4 to 9.2. Who all depend on the size. That alone is not enough description. I should showcase my Action 30. Yes, Caesar, do it. It's Superman's birthday. I highly recommend all YouTubers to make a video to celebrate Superman's birthday and show off a Superman book. Do so, everyone. I did a video where I will load maybe tomorrow. It's a Superman versus Ali Treasury, so I can use that as a happy birthday Superman video. That's what she said. Absolutely, size matters. That's why a spine length subcrease is so bad. Yes. eBay description make me laugh sometimes. Oh, eBay description is, I thought about doing a video series where I show some eBay listing and mark the ridiculous description, but my common sense tell me never to do that, never to call out somebody on eBay, because the cycles there can go and troll me on YouTube endlessly. So I think it's the best thing to avoid mocking the idiots on eBay. Have you ever bought an old book and while you were turning the page, you see a signature? I would say no. I don't recall. Well, no. Every book that I bought that has a signature inside. I have one that have a Jack Kirby signature inside. I was made aware of before I bought it, so it was not a surprise. So my answer would be no. Yeah, I don't think I have. I have bought books and found double covers by accident twice, which was a huge surprise and joy to me. So that had happened to me twice, where no, 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times in my life, I have bought books, once off the rack, that surprisingly have double covers. So on 3 separate occasions, I was blessed with stumble across a double covers that the sellers was not aware They sold me the book as is, and then when I got home, flipped through the first page, and I noticed the cover was it feel weird, it feel thicker than normal, and bang, the second cover show itself. Shower Man 88, Brexit. A lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about, Joel, but Brexit. Do I want Brexit? Do I want a stock market crash? Brexit. Oh, Joel. Shaman 88, for those that are not aware of his name, Joel. I shot a video yesterday that I will load maybe next week that I think you will enjoy. It has to do with something you sent me. And it gave me great joy to make that video because I laughed my ass off. Let me see if I can give you a... Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I already deleted. I already loaded in the... I was going to give you a little preview of the video where I laughed my ass off. Scary time over there. I think it's going to be no Brexit. Okay, I can't see the Brexit vote win, Joe. I can't see it. But then again, we are living in crazy time. Who knows? By this time next year, we could be talking about President Trump. Horrifying. That was my answer to a friend yesterday when he was asking me about whether I will go for Trump or Hillary. And I really can't even pick either one. Yes, Joel, I can't wait to show that video because it is the most hilarious video I have ever shot. Okay, I can tell you, when I shot that video with the book that you sent me as a gift, I laughed my ass off. And it's not the first time I laughed when I read that book. I laughed when I read that book and I laughed out loud. I decided that it was a good thing to shoot a video to show how silly the thing was in that book that made me laugh. And I didn't realize that when I shot the video, I couldn't control myself from laughing even louder because it was just so funny. Have you done an author spotlight on Nick Cardy? Yes, I have. On his run on Aquaman? No, I have not. Some of my favorite covers come from that run. I did a very short spotlight on Nick Cardy. I show off a bunch of covers on his horror stuff and his war, like his war and horror stuff. I did not show off any Teen Titans or Aquaman covers. If I do a second part 2 for Nick Cardy, then I will include a lot of Aquaman. I don't have a lot of Aquaman book. I think I have maybe a dozen Nick Cardy, Aquaman, Silver Age book, maybe a dozen. It's definitely not a title that I have a lot of books from, and I certainly do not have any keys, and I have no intention of have chased any of the keys. Speaking of Aquaman, what is going on with Namor? Is something going on with Namor? Somewhere in my subconscious, I thought I heard people speculating that Namor is coming to the Marvel movie universe. Let me know. I'm too lazy to hunt down the news to know if Namor is coming to the to the movie. But I think I mentioned this a couple chat ago where I said that if Aquaman is a hit, it should not be a surprise to anyone that Marvel will try to bring in Namor, right? It's like we live in a world of copycat, right? If the concept work and fan accept Aquaman and his skills and power, why not? But then again, is Namor part of the Fantastic Four universe? So Marvel cannot use Namor unless they get the right for the Fantastic Four. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know why I have that in my head. I just thought I heard people talk about Namor and Marvel universe, all that stuff, and that clone Marvel has a right back now. Are you talking about Namor, Merc? I just saw your post that Marvel has a right back now. Cool. Namor is to move. Nam. I'm not sure what Robert Finfrock. I'm trying to understand what you wrote. Nam or Namor needs some movie spotlight. Time for the first mutant. I heard Namor was the first superhero to fly. Huh. Huh. Hmm. How about Human Torch? I would have thought Human Torch, but good trivia question. I like that. Nerd Vision. Um, yeah, if everyone here is right about really Ely here is just talk about Marvel got the rights back to Namor. If that's the case, I can see Namor in the horizon as far as because he's a cool character. Who doesn't like Imperious Rex? What the heck does that mean? It sounds cool as hell, but Imperious Rex, what does it mean? you know, every time I read a name of book, I love how I should do a video series about what do you call it? Like how the things say it's clobbering time, and then you have Namor will go with Imperious Rex, and then you have Torch going Flame On. I need to do a video series where I talk about which one is cooler, like which character has a cooler catchphrase, right? Yeah, catchphrase. Yes, catchphrase. Um, I don't know. It's like I say, I have always enjoyed. It's clobbering time. Flame On is okay. Nothing special about that. But Imperious Rex. It sounds so regal. Sounds so. Like I said, I have no idea what Imperious Rex mean, but I just thought it's funny. But yeah, I need to research all the catchphrase, as many as I can, and then maybe I can do a video ranking all the catchphrase. But right now, clobbering time is pretty high up there. Yes, Batman catchphrase is "I'm Batman." What is the Incredible Hulk catchphrase? Hulk angry. Hulk smash. Yes. Excelsior. That's Stan Lee. But how about Wolverine? What's Wolverine catchphrase? Hey, bub. Hey, bub. I can't think of anything. For a favorite character, I can't think of anything that Wolverine would have said. Hey, bub. That doesn't sound cool at all. uh, I guess I'm right. Hey, Bob. But yeah, there's a lot of character that does not have a catchphrase like Superman. I don't think Superman have a catchphrase either. But now that I brought this topic up, that has been very deep behind my brain, I guess I need to do some research and trying to compile a list of catchphrase and then rank them in a video. That would be fun to do, but that would require a lot of homework. Yes, snook, the sound of the claw. That's common with Wolverine entrance. My spidey sense is tingling. Yeah, you can say that his catchphrase because he said that in every book. Like I said, it's gonna take some research. Okay, it's gonna take some research unless some hardcore fan out there that are very familiar with every characters. I'm sure if I go and ask like the dude from Comic Explain, that extremely popular channel on YouTube, he probably would have the answer for me as far as catchphrase for every character. I'm sure everybody here is already subscribed to um, Comic Explain. I think that's the name of the channel. Fantastic channel, probably the most popular YouTube comic personalities out there. Great content. I mean, the knowledge of that guy, I can't recall his name right now. So pardon me that I don't remember your name, sir, but it's astounding. It's astounding to me how much he know, the depth of his knowledge of the character through the many decades. Like I just look at myself where, sure, I'm familiar with a lot of the characters, but only in the small time frame when I was very active in buying books off the rack. From like, say, from 81 to like 93, I've probably very familiar with many characters in that 12, 13 years time frame. But when you go beyond 1993, I am so out of it. So many things that happen in comic books are not in here. Many events, many characters, many storylines that took place after 1993, 1994 is not here. Have never seen by these eyes. So I don't know much. But when it comes down to that channel, Comic Explain, wow. I mean, I watch his video religiously. And it's just astounding to me the depth of knowledge that he has on so many characters through multiple changes through many decades. He knows he can break down the timeline of many characters. Rob, yes, Rob. Mon chéri. His name is Rob. Yes, correct. Rob is fantastic, and I'm quite happy for his success. It's like I said, I my knowledge of this hobby is like this little compared to Rob. When it comes down to knowing the characters, knowing the storylines, knowing the multiverse, not just Marvel. I think he know a lot about DC as well. So, it's great to see him be able to parlay all that knowledge that he has into earning a living on YouTube, talking about comic book superheroes. Whew, amazing. What else is there to talk about? I did buy a couple of stuff, nothing big, no major keys whatsoever, but I did grab something pretty cool, which I will show off eventually. I just have to, I'm so busy. In hindsight, I should have waited a little bit longer, maybe after July 4th to do the grading contest. I have been so busy that I just don't have time to make a lot of videos. And seem like all the videos I made recently is like really short videos because I just don't have time to do, not that I plan, I don't I don't script and plan any of my videos. But I just had to be in the right mindset to want to do it, and I've been so busy lately that I just not in the mood to pull out some books from the shelf to shot a video. That's why I pull out the books to do Happy Birthday to Superman, and after I look at the book and the condition, I'm just like, forget it. I'm not gonna do it. Nerd Vision said, "It's all good, Nick. I love what you bring to the comic book community, especially your personality and your pro grading skills." Thank you. Some people might disagree that I have any personality. I must say, though, I am much more fun away from the camera. Whenever my wife watched my video, she said, "You look so serious." I'm much more subdued and serious when I talk about comic book, calm and collective. But away from the camera, am much more animated, much more loud, emotional, a lot of rant. Cubano's comment, "Hello, you're showing up near the end. We are heading down the 15-minute stretch. The show will be over at 8 o'clock. So hit me with any more question you have before I go in 15 minutes. Hello, Cubano. Good luck with your show, Merc. Merc is leaving to do his own show. So for those that, it's a perfect timing because usually my show ends at 8, and then Merc would come off with his live show, and the four awesome dudes, I think they call it, with Undisputed Frost, start at 8. So I'm sure some people are going from one chat to another, or some people just skip my chat altogether. The question is, Cubano, what did you buy? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. Speaking of which, I'm determined this Saturday to go to my comic shop with my camera. I've been saying this now for 2 months. I have not been to my store in something like 10 weeks. Okay, I've been so busy. I have not been to my store in 10 weeks. Half Man, Half Amazing said the skit video are amazing. Thank you, Caesar. I have a ton of ideas here for skit, a ton. I just don't have time to shoot them because they are, the skit take a lot of time. Surprisingly, because you're talking about a skit that are 3 to 4 minutes long, but surprisingly, that's a video that takes some planning and scripting. So I am by far no writer. So for me to put together a skit, it's, let me tell you, when I did the skit video, I literally sit and just spill out a bunch of stuff. Okay. And then I switch to the other side, and then I spill out a whole bunch of stuff. And then I spent way too much time cut and paste the pieces that fit. Okay, because that's how, if I organize better, if I write a script, like I said this, he said that, I said this, he said that, it would be more efficient. Because I'm not a writer, I'm not good at organizing the script. I spent a lot of time cut and paste the two versions of me to make sense of the skit. So it takes a lot of work. To put together a 3-4 minute skit take half an hour, if not longer. Cubano, I am uploading my video today. I went crazy on Flash number 1. Flash number 1. I just have to watch your video later. But you're loading the video, so I have to watch it later. Don't tell me anymore. I don't need to be spoiled. I want spoiler free to see your video, Cubano. So this Saturday, I'm hoping to take my son Anthony to the shop and bring my camera and ask them if they will allow me to shoot a short video inside the store. I think people would enjoy seeing what my store look like. Nick, today The Force Awakens came out. Isn't that the first appearance of Rey, Finn, and Ren? You mean the comic books? I'm not aware. It's going to be like Boba Fett, Star Wars 42. I guess the question is, will the book get hot 30 years from now? I don't know. I am so clueless when it comes to modern day speculation. I know nothing. In fact, as I just mentioned, I have not been to a store in 10 weeks. Oh my God, I don't know. Anthony keep asking me to go to the store to buy the latest issue of Plants vs. Zombie. That is one book that he is reading. But the last time I bought the book was like 3 months ago. So hopefully the latest issue of Plant vs. Zombie is there when I go this weekend. Yeah, my son surprisingly enjoyed that series. And I gladly buy that books for him because, hey, if he show any interest in comic books, regardless if it is Scooby-Doo or Plants vs. Zombies, I will buy it for him. Note Vision, see you later. I will be leaving in about 10 minutes myself. Yeah, I will have to go to the store to see. You know, these days when I can make it to the LCS, then I browse. I'm a browser. I'm one of those guys that can spend a long time in the LCS browsing through the hundreds of new issues. My store has so few back issues. It is sad. But I can spend a lot of time looking at the hundreds of new issues that's on the rack. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me to look at the new issues today in any LCS compared to what it was back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, you have something like 110 titles, both Marvel and DC. Now, I think there are almost 400 different titles. Whew. Insane. It's insane that the sheer amount of different books. In many ways, no one can complain that there is not enough variety. The variety out there are mind-boggling. But the question is the quality good? I must say, for me, I wouldn't say the quality is not good, but is it worth $4 a book? That's where I have a problem. I think I just don't feel that I get my money worth out of a lot of new books today. You know, I usually buy one or two issues, and then if I like it enough, I wait until the trades come out and then just buy the trades, because I don't mind reading these books. I just don't care to spend $40 buying 10 issues and wait a year and a half for the story. Just like Walt Simonson. I love Walt Simonson. And then when Ragnarok came out, I was super excited, but I just bought issue 1 and 2. And in many ways, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy any more. I would just have to wait for that storyline to finish and then buy the trades, because as much as I love Walt Simonson, what I got out of issue 1 and 2 for me was not enough for me to continue spending $4. No. Ooh, Robert Finofrock, what is the last title you had on pull or follow? Believe it or not, it was a year ago. I had a very small pull list at my LCS, very small. And I was pulling 5 ghosts, but I only lasted 5 issues. And after that, I'm just like, whew, I'm out. So yes, if I had to say, the last pull book I had was 5 Ghosts. I almost put Thor Ragnarok on the list, but I decided that I'm just gonna buy it off the rack to see, and if I don't like it, I don't have to continue. I don't have to deal with canceling my pull list and all that stuff. So yes. Ron Chang asks, what is a deciding factor in comic books from getting a 9.9 or better? Flawless, basically, or being nice to CGC. Personally, I can't tell a 9.9 from a 10.0. Can I tell a 9.8? Sure. Like I said before, 9.8 is not perfect. But often 9.9 and 10.0 look pretty perfect to me. Yes, DC is $2.99. The question is, how long can DC keep $2.99? That's the question. The history of this hobby has shown that once one company raises the price, it doesn't take long for the other company to raise the price, because at the end of the day, if Marvel raised the price and sales does not decline, circulation does not decline with the high price, it will be too tempting for DC to raise the price also, because hey, if the $1 increase does not hurt sales per issues, why not? This way you can make a few $1 million more, because you will still sell the same books, same amount of books for $1 more each book, right? So the temptation is there. Just give, if Marvel keep making money, keep selling the same amount of books 3 months, 6 months down the road, DC, I think, will give in for the sake of greed. I'm picking up less and less Marvel because of that. Yes. Let's see. I will be taking off in 2 minutes. So let me read real quick to see if I have any more questions. Five Ghosts was pretty good. I just met Frank Barbier at my LCS a few weeks ago. It was okay. I like it enough to buy the first 5 issues. And then after the 5th issues, I'm just like, I lost the fever. So I said, the heck with it. I'm not gonna buy anymore off the rack, and I most likely will go on eBay and look for cheap, reduced price copy of that book later in the future. If no movies or TV shows is ever gonna be made, then a year or 2 from now, you can buy many of these books, like Five Ghosts, many of the individual copies for less than half price. That's when I like to buy my modern books to read, because instead of paying $3 or $4, I don't mind paying $1.50, $1 for these things to read. And so that's what I do. Sometimes I keep them. A lot of time I buy these things for cheap, read them, and then I give them away to friends or other people because it was not worth keeping. But sometimes I keep them, like Goon. I was lucky enough to pick up a bunch of Goon, except for issue 1. I don't have issue 1, but I think I have 2 to 13 or 14, whatever it is. I have all the issues, and I bought them real cheap on eBay after. So, and that I did keep. Okay, so many modern books I bought, given away after I read them, but Goon was one of the few that I kept. Half Man, Half Amazing said the sales has declined already. There you go. So I was wrong to say that, but maybe that's why DC has not raised the price. So it's all come down to how the public react to Marvel raising the price. If sales did not decline, it wouldn't have been a surprise for me to see DC jump on the $4.99 bandwagon. Oh, Sean is here. Ooh, Fox and Crow 95. Congratulations. Comic Crypt of the Castle Hill. Hello, boys and ghouls. Great channel. For those that are not subscribing to Comic Crypt of Castle Hill, you must. Great channel. Awesome content. His latest video, where he show off his horde of Conan with Barry Windsor Smith signature. Oh, a sight to behold. Even for people that don't collect slab, yellow label like me. Oh man, beautiful signature by Barry Windsor Smith. Great video, a must see by all. Well, Half Man, Half Amazing, bye. And with that being said, it's 8:02. It's time for me to shut down the live show. A quick reminder before I go, submit your grading guess for the contest. Deadline is Thursday night, Friday morning before 7 a.m. When I wake up Friday morning at 7 a.m., that will be the deadline for round 2 of the grading contest. And for those that are not aware, part of the prize is a Spider-Man 300, a 6.0-ish copy of Spider-Man 300. A worthy price, I say. Well, anyhow, submit your grading guess, please. And I look forward to see the score of everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the contest, and I hope everyone learned something from the contest. That's the bottom line, right? Night until Sunday. Okay, Sunday will be the next chat. This Sunday will be the chat where I will show the result of round 2 of the contest and discuss the books in round 2 of the grading contest. So if you want to see the result, tune in Sunday, the first 10 minutes. Okay, the first 10 minutes will be the discussion of round 2 result, and then you don't have to hear me yap for the rest of the hour.